Now, speaking of blasphemy, Huub Stevens. Huub Stevens is the name synonymous with Schalke fans. Former coach, saved our ass tons of times, right? Most recently, a couple years ago. He always has, he's aging now like fine wine, and he always has his opinions on everything and anything and everything related to Schalke. Well, this time he brought up Clemens Tonnies. Clemens Tonnies, obviously the the man who's been exiled by Schalke fans and Schalke in general for the unnecessary comments and conducts he's had over the years while he was the head of the supervisory board. But he's back in our lives. Anthony says, I wouldn't consider Dortmund the bearer of German football, even though they got it to the Champions League final. I mean, I agree. I agree. I think, yes, it looks good for German football that they got as far as they did, but I mean, it's got to be Bayern, right? It's got to be Bayern. Um, and I'm sure Leipzig are not even at that level either, right? Stuttgart are doing pretty well as well, but yeah, it's got to be Bayern, unfortunately. That's it. So, but I'm with that, Anthony. Camera setting the mood here, make it a little darker. Let me brighten the mood back up here. All right. Let's see. So Huub Stevens, right? He has some comments on Clemens Tonnies. He says, I keep asking myself, why don't they bring Clemens Tonnies back? He would help the club. Clemens Tonnies is a millionaire, billionaire, tons of money, loves the club, has openly expressed many times that he's willing to help the club out. Maybe not come back in a supervisory role, but wants to help contribute, financially to help the club get out of their debt and back to prominence once again. And Schalke fans are like, no, we're washing our hands clean from that. We are not going to entertain that. Get the hell away. Hoop says, he was and still is a true Schalke man through and through. Unfortunately, there are many who don't appreciate his work. From what I experienced back then, he wasn't often around the team. He left the team in peace. There were other people who meddled here and there. Clemens may not know much about football, but he has enough money, and that's something Schalke still needs. That came from Sport 1. I mean, yes, money. Many teams need money, need that funding, right? However, where's your line? Where do you draw the line in the sand? And I think someone who's racist, makes stupid comments, who put the club in management hell and got Schalke to where they are right now because of his mismanagement, why would we give him another chance? Yes, he's got the money. He would help us tremendously. However, do you want to dip your foot with the devil again? Would you sell your soul again for the devil just to get out of debt? I don't know. Eduardo! Yes, sir. We will be talking Inter in a little bit here, another hour or so, maybe a little less at the rate we're going. But good to see you, Eduardo. Yeah, Clemens Tonnies. Nah, man, I don't. He's got the money, no doubt about it. He would, if he gave Schalke some money now, Schalke. There is a flip side to this, right? Schalke is massive debt, can't buy any players or anything like that. He would immediately solve that. Would make Schalke and Manga able to build a team that's obviously not just free players, but players that are worthy of not only the second division of football, but could get you to the Bundesliga and stay in the Bundesliga. We won't have to worry about as much as debt, even though we got in major debt under Tonnies. COVID had a good portion of that as well, but he made some really poor judgments that saw the decline from Schalke. Schalke was a perennial top 3 team in the Bundesliga until 2015 or so, and then this decline just started happening. Maybe a little bit before that, maybe like 2013. But continued poor management by him, and spending 36 million euros on Brielle and Bolo. Like who the hell spends 36 million on Brielle and Bolo? So while he would help us tremendously get out and we were able to make some easier moves and make us a better challenge all the way around, I can't go with that. Now the flip side of that too, again, is 50+1 rule, right? Like currently the way the structure is in Germany, the fans get a lot of say in this. Now, if you dismantle that and then you bring in an investor who has a lot of money, which you can't do right now, then yeah, you can come back. But then it ruins the tradition of German football. And where do you go? Right, we've seen many teams, Leipzig most notably, who've gone away with that, and everyone hates them for it. Now, are you willing to risk that to get out of debt? I don't know, but it's obviously a conversation you need to have, more so than the Tonnies one. Tony's got a lot of money, would help a lot, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't jive with that. Now, if you're good with that, that's fine. I love to hear the viewpoints, right? I love the debate. I love to hear that. But yeah, I don't know if I'm with Clemens Tonnies.